So there's a fragrance that I had always been wanting to try, and I never really got my nose on it until one day Eddie sent it to me, and I talked about it on my live stream that it was one that I was wanting to try, but it wasn't like top of my list, but I kind of wish it was now because it's discontinued. Today we're going to be doing my full review on Stronger With You Freeze, which I can just give you guys a heads up. I did buy a bottle on eBay, but it is on Joma Shop. If you want a 1.7 ounce, it's like 68 bucks. So definitely check that out. But today we're doing my full review of that, Stronger With You Freeze by Emporio Armani. Without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka FragranceDoud, back with another full review of a fragrance that I really wish I would have got my nose on earlier. This has been out for quite a few years now, I think like 4 to 5 years. It was one of the original ones in the line, and it was the original freshie in the line. I mean, obviously the original has a little bit of a freshness, but this was the first one that was made for the warmer seasons. But before we get into it, make sure if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit that like button, put me on the algorithm, comment below. Let me know if you like this fragrance, if you've always wanted to try it, if you are interested in it, all that good stuff. Today we're doing my full review of Emporio Armani's Stronger With You Freeze, which again was sent to me by Eddie, and I now have a bottle on the way. Let me spray this on my hand. Just want to make sure. I just did a video for Invictus Platinum, or Invictus Parfum, so need to make sure that I didn't spray it on that hand. So this is not what I was expecting. Back in the day, whenever this was hyped up a bit, a lot of people were telling me it's just a fresher, Stronger With You. That's all it is. Well, they were bullshitting me because it's not. This is the furthest in the line from the Stronger With You DNA that I have ever smelled, to be honest with you. When you first spray this on, you get a nice dose of citrus. You get a nice ginger tone in there. It almost has this kind of, like, I know when people say bubblegum fragrances, it actually means describing a style of fragrance. Well, this one actually, for a second in the opening, the way that the ginger and the citrus and a little bit of that, this chestnut comes in, it has this almost like bubblicious smell. But that's neither here nor there. It's only there for about a minute, and it smells really cool, like really amazing. But it's a really nice, fresh opening. It has a little bit of a nuttiness under there, but it's definitely more fresh. Actually, let me give you the note breakdown. It's a full review. I always forget that. So let me give you the note breakdown so you guys can follow along with the notes with me. The top notes are ginger, lime, mandarin orange, and apple. Mid notes are lavender, cardamom, geranium, and clary sage. And the base notes are bourbon vanilla, amberwood, marin glace, and gaiac wood. Marin glace, just an FYI, because you're thinking, where is the chestnut? Well, the marin glace is a dessert, at least from what I'm understanding. It's a dessert that is made with chestnut. So that's where the chestnut, it's almost like a sticky chestnut glaze. But anyway, when you first spray this on, you get the citrus, you get the ginger. So that lime and ginger mixture is full front. It's right there. You get that slightly aromatic tone underneath it. This does not smell like a Stronger With. If somebody gave you a decan of this and you know all of the other Stronger With Yous, but you've never smelled this, and they put a question mark on the front instead of telling you what it was, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 of you guys would have no idea what line this is from. If you catch on to that chestnut, maybe it would be an easy guess because there's not a lot of fragrances with chestnut in it. But this is more fresh. It's more clean. It has a little bit of a warm spiciness underneath it for sure, but it doesn't smell like anything else. There's nothing else in the line it smells like, and it smells great. As you work your way into the fragrance, as that citrus starts to dissipate, the ginger takes centerfold as you get a little bit more of that aromatic lavender, a little bit more of that warm and spiciness mixing together. And that is where it kind of loses a bit of its freshness. It never becomes a full warm fragrance, but it loses a bit of its freshness as it starts to get further into the dry down, where you start to see the notes like amberwood, bourbon, vanilla that are known for more fall and winter fragrances. This is something that you can wear in the fall and winter for sure. It's a fragrance you can wear in pretty much any season. I would stay away from like 90 to 95 to 100 degree days, but anything under that should be fine. But when you get to the dry down, you still have a bit of this warmth, a little bit of that spice, and then some of that freshness. Because the ginger is in there, it is a more fresh ginger that is mixed together. It's not like a total like pickled ginger or anything like that, but overall, this fragrance is just beautiful. Has a nice fresh kick to it, a nice citrusy opening that doesn't last long. It's about 10 minutes. Then it becomes more of a ginger aromatic, warm, spicy fragrance. As you get about a half hour in, that is where it starts to get a little bit more creamy. You get some of that amberwood coming in. You get a little bit of that bourbon vanilla, but it's not like a huge vanilla bomb. And then you have that ginger on top, some of those aromatics. So at that point in time, it's almost like a warm and spicy blue without like the blue name to it, because it has the aromatics. It has that kind of stuff, but it still has that sweetness. So not a full blue or anything like that, but it's beautiful. It's almost like a fresh gourmand in the same kind of realm, while it doesn't smell like it, of something like Azzaro the Most Wanted, the Eau de Parfum Intense, or Chanel's Edition Blanche, where they have that fresh gourmand facet to it. This is exactly what that is. Stronger With You Freeze is a fantastic fragrance. I can tell you, I think the opening is my favorite because that lime ginger mixture, while it doesn't stick too long, it has, again, that bubblegum vibe mixed together with that chestnut or that Marin glace that is just very beautiful. Slight musky tone over top of it, but overall, this fragrance is going to be, for me, probably an 8.5. I think that it is the best fresh fragrance in the line. I think it is my second favorite fragrance in the entire line, right behind Stronger With You, absolutely. And then Stronger With You Tobacco and Oud and Leather are right below that. But, I mean, it's a top tier fragrance. I'm telling you, if you guys have not got your nose on it, try to get it on your nose on it. They have a 1.7 ounce on Joma Shop, at least at the time of making this video, for like 60 or 70 bucks. So it's definitely worth it. If you're interested in anything that I said, it doesn't smell like anything else that's out there. It is the furthest from the DNA. It's almost like how you have Aqua de Jo Absolu versus the rest of the line, where the Absolu smells nothing like that Armani DNA. This one doesn't really smell like the Stronger With You DNA. It has pieces of it, but because they're using that Marin glace and not a true chestnut note, and it's not as vanillic heavy, it's not as resinous, it doesn't really remind you of a lot of the other ones in the line. And I think that sets itself apart. I think this would do very well in America if they actually brought it here. And like North America, South America, I think it would do great. But unfortunately, it's not one of those fragrances. It's an exclusive fragrance only in specific areas of the world. And I believe it's discontinued even there now. So anyway, as far as the performance on this, that is the only drawback to this fragrance, is the performance. It's still not bad though. I mean, because the entire Strong With You line is pretty good with performance. This is on par with the original, which is around 6 to 7 hours with moderate projection for about 4 hours, and then it kind of calms down to a personal bubble for another 2. Then it's more like a skin scent. It's something that you'll be able to notice, but it's not something that's going to last on your skin all day or anything like that. It's more of just a moderate skin, like moderate to intimate scent after the first hour or so. Yeah, very nice. You can spray this 5 to 6 times. You can wear it to work if you wanted to. You can wear it out on a date if you wanted to. It's really more of a daytime scent in my opinion because of the freshness. But because of the fact that it's fresh and warm, it's in the realm of being able to wear it day or night, office or date. It really can be used in any of those situations. While I still think that it's more centered towards the daytime for transitional seasons, it's a signature fragrance through and through in my opinion. But that is Stronger With You Freeze. Again, thank you to Eddie for sending that to me. It's a really good fragrance, and it was not what I was expecting. So yeah, very nice. And again, let me know what your thoughts are on the fragrance, if you've tried it, if you're interested in it. And again, I'll be back with another one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.